Hello my friends, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to day 3 of this week's Colourpop tutorials. This is going to be the next to last one. We've got one more to go for the week, but today we're going to be using the Wine and Only palette. This is actually the first time I have used this palette, and it's been sitting on my desk and I've been wanting to use it. I love these types of tones and today was the day. So if you're interested in just hanging out with me, seeing how I got this look, super easy. If you have this palette and you kind of want to get some inspiration, then let's spend some time together. Just keep on watching. So starting off, we are going to use the shade Major Chianti. I don't know if that's how you say it. It might be Chianti. Oh goodness, why can I never pronounce these Colourpop shade names? So anywho, we're just going to place this on the crease. I'm going to be super messy about it. I'm not looking to have it like just placed really delicately or in a specific spot. I'm looking for it to be all over the place, including my the outer portion of my lid, because I need this to peek through in all areas. A lot of it will be covered up once we're done, but again, definitely going for the messy look. Next, I'm going in with a kind of like a blending brush, but it's angled, and the shade Winter, and this is going to go on the outermost portion of my lid where my crease is at, because of course I want to add a little bit of depth and want there to be some dimension there. Now it's not the deepest shade. I could have gone deeper, but it's the deepest shade in the palette, so it's what I've got to work with, and ultimately it did the job. Next, going in with my Fenty Pro Filter Eye Primer. This is a staple, you guys know, every single time. Just grabbing some on my finger, and I'm going to place this all over my lid up to where I placed that deeper shade. We're going to, like I said, we're going to cover a lot of the mess that I placed on my lid with that very first shade, and so just laying this down for the tack, and that way my metallic shades have something to grab onto. I'm going to go in with a liner brush just to help smooth it out up where my lid meets my crease, because obviously my finger can't get up in there. Okay, going in with the shade Mon Chéri. This is going to go on the, I guess, not half of the lid, but half to the outer part, I guess. And again, using my finger, I typically use my finger for these types of shades. Going in with Play to Wine. Whoever comes up with these shade names, I've said this time and time again, you're brilliant. But this is a very red shade, my favorite in the palette. Also using my finger, but of course I can't reach all up into the little crevices, so I'm going to have to go in with a brush to help smooth that out, to get into the little sparse areas that my finger couldn't reach into. And for reference, this is a MAC shader brush. Like, what is it, the 218 or something like that. It's been so long since I've purchased a MAC brush, but they do last for what seems like forever. I'm going to blend that shade over into that middle shade just so that you can't tell that there's like a line that I literally put 1, 2, and 3 shades. I feel like sometimes I don't blend it out enough and it ends up looking like that. With the other side of the brush, I'm going to go back in with the shade Mon Chéri, and I'm going to just kind of build that back up because I lost some of that intensity. And I'm going to also place another layer using my finger because I noticed that my other eye, it looked more metallic, so I wanted to get that back. Going in with the shade Mullet Over, this is what's going to go on my lower lash line, all over the lower lash line. Now, sometimes you're doing a part of your eye and you notice that something isn't like super blended or it doesn't look as seamless as you'd like. So you gotta push pause and go back and get that corrected. Obviously, it took a while for me, but finally got it to where I wanted it, and that's all that matters. Going back in to finish out my lower lash line, again, sometimes I use a couple of different shades. This time we are using one shade. I'm looking for it to look all the same and taking it out to where it kind of connects with that outer portion that's on my lid. Going in with a Marc Jacobs eyeliner. I forget what this one's called. It's one of the glitter ones from a few years ago. I will place the name in the description box below so that in case you're curious, you know what it is. The struggle has been real for me with liners in my tight line and my waterline and it getting onto my contacts. It's really been a struggle. But going back in with my Fenty Pro Filter Eye Primer, this time directly with the wand, going into my inner corner and kind of taking it up a little bit. Anytime I use this for my inner corner, I will always apply it directly with the wand. It's just easier that way. Then I wipe off the little tip of the brush before I put it back in the bottle, of course. Now I'm just going to go in with a detailer brush and a liner brush. So let's start with the detailer brush. This is what's going to take, or what's going to go on my inner corner. It's the shade Blanc. And it's a beautiful shade. It might be a little bit too deep for some, because it does look a little rosier and deeper than, you know, it's not very brightening, but it's beautiful. So it's just preference. And then a liner brush it's a little bit longer and it's got some thicker bristles or denser bristles, and just placing this not only in the inner corner but taking it up. Basically it's making like an arch over my lid. Next I'm going to go in with liner. New year, new me. Who is this person actually doing winged liner on camera, not all up in the mirror's business? Yeah, that's me. So this Rare Beauty liner, if you struggle with doing a wing, you need to try out this eyeliner. Do yourself a favor, because honestly, the fact that I was able to do this with one hand, like without resting the rest of my face all close to the mirror, I don't know what I'm trying to say. All I'm saying is that it's a testament to this liner, and I'm shocked that I was able to do it on camera. Going in with the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara, and I'm going to place this on my lashes, both top and bottom. Sometimes I don't do bottom, but this look really did call for it. It's giving me Valentine's Day vibes. I'm ready to start pulling out my romantic comedy movies. Next, I'm going in with a Pat McGrath lipstick. Again, I will put the shade name in the description box at the bottom. I forgot to pull it out for filming this voiceover, but it is part of a trio, and that's typically what I buy when it comes to Pat McGrath lipsticks. It's rare that I buy a full size. These last forever, and it works. But I don't have a red lip liner, and I keep on saying I need to buy one. Obviously, I need to buy one. I'm using the tip of the lipstick to line my lips. How sad. But this shade goes so perfect with this look. I love it. So happy with it. And this formula, the Mattetrance formula, lasts for hours, and it's very comfortable. Next, going in with lashes. Obviously, I've already placed the lash glue on. It's already gotten tacky. And now I'm just going to place it down. For reference, these are the Ardel Wispies in the number 113. The best lashes of life. I'm completely sold. I like a different pair for super dramatic, but for like the everyday, not that this look isn't dramatic, but I didn't think it called for as bushy of a lash, and so these are so perfect. Highly, highly recommend, and you can get a pack of 5 for like 10 or 11 bucks. And that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found it easy to follow, and I hope it inspires you to use your own palettes for this type of look. Alrighty, my lovelies, so that brings us to the end of today's tutorial. I hope you enjoyed, found it easy, helpful, easy to follow. If you are wondering about this palette, my first experience, love it. I highly, highly recommend if you are into these types of tones. Just as I had mentioned with the Too Faced Cinnamon Bear palette back during the whole holiday extravaganza type thing, I loved that palette, but it's geared toward people who love that type of shade range or tones. Same is with this. You have to love these like wine and red type of colors in order for this to appeal to you, obviously. So the one thing I'm going to tell you that I mention every time there is a bright red is that this bright red stays bright red on my lid. It doesn't turn pink. It doesn't start kind of changing into a red pink. This stays true red. It is
absolutely beautiful. Well worth the price tag. I can't remember. I think it may have been like $14. And I got it during their 30% off sale. So I think I got it for like $8. Definitely worth the price tag. Mine came a little dented, as you can see, but again, I hope you enjoyed and maybe found some inspiration, whether it be for this palette or another palette that you have, maybe has these kind of same tones. I hope that you can put your own spin on it and enjoy the red tones for yourself as well. Before I let you go, just want to give you a very quick verse of the day in order to motivate you, encourage you, and as always, to let you know that Jesus loves you. I will throw up the usual phone number on the screen in case you are in need of prayer or in need of somebody to talk to. If your heart is lonely, if you are going through difficult times, maybe you just have a prayer request and you're not really going through hard times. Whatever the case may be, prayer is just talking to God. So there is nothing too great or too small for him. Feel free to use the number or not. Today's verse comes from Acts 20:35, and it says, "It is more blessed to give than to receive." The holidays are over, the giving of gifts is over, but during the year, take time out of your day to give, whether it be somebody in need who needs, something, clothes on their back, money, whatever, food. Give kindness. I mean, it is just, even if you don't get it back in return. All right, my friends, well, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I love each and every one of you. Please remember, Jesus loves you so much more. I hope you are well. Please stay safe, and I will see you in the very next video. Take care. Bye.